Hey guys, I want to talk about one of my very favorite subjects, and it is joy. I love joy. I love talking about joy. I love just exhibiting joy. Joy is kind of my thing. But the first thing we need to realize is this. Joy is not happiness. A lot of times we get the two things confused, but joy is not happiness. A lot of things make me happy. Twizzlers make me happy. Adam Sandler movies make me happy. Puppy dogs make me happy. Coffee makes me very happy, but it's just temporary happy. The happy goes away when the coffee is gone and when the buzz that I get from the coffee is gone. Happy is like a temporary reaction, where joy is this constant state. It's not about what is happening around us, it's about what's happening in us. If we're following Jesus, we've been forgiven, we've been restored, and so we can enjoy life the way we're supposed to, with no guilt, no condemnation, okay, with just grace and the goodness of God. We can enjoy that. Joy is all about just finding God's way of enjoying His creation, enjoying the things and the people around us. Nehemiah 8:10, in the Old Testament, it says this: the joy of the Lord is your strength. I love that verse, but we got to look at the context of it. When it was written, the Israelites are returning home from Babylon. They've been captives, and they're returning home finally. And they return home to find that everything has been destroyed. Nothing is left. So they are seriously bummed out. And Nehemiah is like, hold on, wait a minute. Check it out. It's not about this. It's not about what's happened to what we have. It's not about the external. It's about the internal. It's about what God has done and what He has promised. So the joy is your strength to get through this. The joy is your strength to rebuild your broken world. The joy, it's not about happiness. It's not about what's happening around us. It's about what's happening in us and grabbing hold of that promise. Then in John chapter 15, Jesus is talking to his disciples, and he's telling them, I love you just like the Father loved me. So remain in my love. And then in John 15:11, he says this: I have told you these things so that you will be filled with joy. Yes, your joy will overflow. Okay, so not only does he want us to have the joy as our strength, but he wants us to be filled with joy. Okay, for it to overflow, for it to kind of bounce off of us and hit everybody around us. And the secret to that is just to remain in His love. I love you, remain in my love, and I'm going to fill you up with joy. And then Psalms chapter 16, verse 11, it says this: in your presence, is the psalmist is praying to God, in your presence is fullness of joy. So if we want joy, the way to grab a hold of it is just to spend time in God's presence. If we want to overflow with joy, if we want to get full of it, we need to spend time with God, because in His presence is fullness of joy. That's where we connect with the fullness. That's where we get all the joy that He has for us, just by hanging out with Him, by being in His presence, by remaining in His love. And then the joy of the Lord becomes our strength. And so whatever we're going through, we can get through, because He's given us the joy that is the strength to get through it. He's given us the joy that is the strength to rebuild broken things and broken situations. So live in the overflow of joy. Just get full of it. It is your strength. It's the thing that can get you through some really tough times. You get full of it by spending time in God's presence, remaining in His love, just rehearsing the thought and just reminding yourself of the thought that He loves you and He's got joy for you. God bless you guys. Giddy up!